Ni hao. My name is Kelly Ireland, and I'm here today to teach you part one of the Vitality Method Qigong. We're just going to begin by doing a couple of warm-up exercises before we do start. And so in order to begin that, we're just going to stand with our legs apart a little bit, a good wide stance, our arms at our sides, our tailbone is tilted under, and we're going to turn the spine and just kind of get the spine warmed up, letting the arms kind of fall where they will as we turn side to side. So as we do this, we start synovial fluid pumping up and down the spine. Just breathing in and out at your own pace as you do this. We want to be able to make sure that the spine is nice and warm. Now, while we're doing this, we want to take our hands and make a soft fist. And we're going to strike different parts of the body wherever the fists land. And we're just doing that to wake up everything, organs, muscles, in different parts of the body. And now we're going to come back to our center. And I'm going to show you an alternate exercise to that if you cannot turn the spine. If you have some kind of challenge with your spine, like a fusion or something like that, you can substitute the turning by tapping. So we'll start at the top of the head, and we're just going to use the tips of our fingers and tap at the top of the head around in circles, coming round and round and down. And then we're going to tap on the forehead, temples, going around the sides and back of the head. Go down to the occipital area, the lower part of the head. Get the sides and the back of the head. And then we're going to come around to the eyes. So your brow bone and the eye around your eye socket is the orbital socket. And we're just gonna tap around that eye socket, not in the eye. Just tapping. And then we're going to come down on the cheeks, tapping on the cheeks, tips of the fingers, and do it with some vigor and down the neck. So while you're doing that, you can do that in lieu of the turning. And then you can go all the way down the body, tapping all the way down. So you might be sitting or lying in bed. You can do this as well. Going all the way down the legs, up the back side, and down each arm, such as this. And be sure and do it with some vigor. How you get to be the arbiter of how hard you want to do it, but you can literally slap fairly hard if that suits you. It does wake up the meridians. It does get everything flowing as far as your chi and your energy. So that's an alternative if you cannot move your spine. The next exercise will be large gathering breath, and we're just going to take our hands out and open our arms up a little bit, and we're going to bend the knees a little bit, breathing in, and like we're filling up our lungs with air. Breathe in as much as you can, turn the hands out, and the hands come down, and we sink on the knees or bend the knees just slightly. So breathing in, big breath in, breathing out, trying to make that exhalation last for the length of the breath, and breathing in and breathing out. So those are just a couple little warm-ups that we can do. This can be done sitting, standing, or lying down. Large gathering breath enables us to get oxygen into the lower lobes of the lungs, because we just don't use all of the capacity of the lungs, and we really want to get oxygen into all the systems of the body. So by taking these big deep breaths, we're using more of the lung than we normally do. good for the lungs and good for us. Now we're going to begin the vitality method, which is just a wonderful method for boosting the immune system. And it starts with a movement called flowing motion. So with flowing motion, we stand hip distance apart for ladies, shoulder distance apart for gentlemen, because these are the widest parts of our bodies. Toes are pointed straight ahead. And if you're sitting in a chair, same thing, toes are pointed straight ahead. We're gonna make sure we have a little bit of room between the arms so chi can flow through that. The knees are slightly bent, not much. If you look down, you can still see your toes. So they're barely bent, they're just not locked tight. So the hands are gonna come behind us, and like we're scooping up energy from earth and bringing it up, up, up to meet with heavenly energy. Raise your hands about as high as the collarbone and breathe out as the hands come down. We're going to do that again. Breathing in. Big breath in, as big as you can make it, and breath out, trying to make the movement and the breath go together. That's not always possible in the beginning. It does take time to be able to do that. And if you just can't, it's not that important that you do. We just want to get lots of oxygen into the body. Breathing in and breathing out. And remember not to raise your arms too high. Sometimes people have challenges with their shoulders. So if this is as far as you can go, that's okay. Just turn your hands over and let the breath flow out. You can always modify this to whatever needs you may have. Hands come down. That was flowing motion. The next exercise, crushing stones, is a little more challenging. For this one, we're going to make fists with our hands, and we're going to offset them and put them together. The knuckles fit in between each hand so that you're not pressing bone on bone. And we're going to push against those fists. So you'll notice when you do that, it tightens up the muscles in here and in the triceps area, and the muscles under the armpits and the pectoral muscles. So when you push like that, you're tightening those muscles, and that's the idea. That's what we want to do. So we're also going to tighten the core muscles as we do this exercise. The muscle that cuts off the flow to urine, the butt muscles, the leg muscles, both sides, the calf muscles, and the toes, like we're grabbing the floor. So the movement is like this. The chin comes to the chest. The fists are right in the area of the diaphragm, and you're pushing, and you are breathing in as you come up like this. Breathing in. We're going to turn the fists out at about the throat level and breathe out. And when we do this, we're relaxing all of that tightness. And then we're going to start to become tight again as we press the fists together and press in and tighten everything up. Chin comes to the chest. And there is no air in the body because we have exhaled. Now we're going to inhale and come up again. And exhale and look up at the sky. Catch some of that heavenly energy in the palm of the hand. We've got a great big energy point called the Lao bone in the palm of the hand. And we're going to push that energy by tightening up the body, pushing that energy from the palm of the hand in through the body. And back up, we're breathing in. Turning the fists out, breathing out. Relaxing all of the tight muscles. And once again, we're going to start bringing that energy into the body, compressing it and tightening everything up. So it's a little bit of an isometric type exercise. Turn the fists out, breathe out. Palms go up to heaven. Palms come together like this. And down we go. And back up one last time. And we're just going to let the arms come down, ending the first half of Vitality Method. Sheshik, thanks. Tai Chin, goodbye.